Straight to new developments on a story 12 News has followed for months. A renter in Orange who's been dealing with mold issues since April, now celebrating a court victory. We first told you about Brandy Richard when an at-home test kit revealed mold was growing in her unit at the Sunset Grove Apartments. Good evening to you. I'm Jordan Williams. Thanks for choosing 12 News. The property hired an HVAC company to come and clean the air ducts, but then refused to cover the cost or proper treatment. Richard withheld a portion of her rent, so the complex served her with an eviction notice. But she sued and she won. 12 News reporter Claydra Rhodes here tonight breaking down the case.
Jordan, just hours after Brandy Richard spoke to us in August about the issue, an eviction notice was posted on her door. She paid the remainder of her rent to stop the eviction, but she believed the complex still owed her for the mold cleaning costs. After Richard cleared her balance, she filed a small claims court case with the justice of the peace presiding over her precinct. A court date was set and Richard presented her case without an attorney. The jury unanimously voted in her favor, deciding that Servio Property Management, which operates Sunset Grove's Apartments, should pay Richard over $2,000 plus court costs. Richard shared her #1 tip for taking on a large company in small claims court.
I had my documentation, I had pictures, I had printed out all my maintenance reports. You know, I had notes, keep notes, keep notes, keep notes, keep notes. Note the date, the time, and who you spoke with, what it's about. I had all that. I had my pile was like this big, and so it was all there in black and white.
Servio Property Management has until December 11th to either pay Richard or appeal the judgment. Although she won in small claims court, Sunset Grove Apartments refused to renew her lease, and she's in the process of moving out. In studio, Claydra Rhodes, 12 News.
And welcome back. A new luxury apartment complex in Quincy has great water views and high-end amenities.
But all was not what it seemed. Tonight, 7 investigates. Here's Dave Puglisi.
Sandra Fernandez said everything was great in her new Quincy apartment until her son developed a rash.
I was like, something is not right in this apartment. My son is sick every night.
Sandra says she begged management to check inside her walls after she found numerous leaks and suspected mold was growing.
And I asked them, they kept denying it and denying it and denying it till we opened the walls.
Mold was discovered in 2 bedrooms and under her carpets.
They have put our health in danger, my son's health in danger.
Now some residents have filed a class action lawsuit against Marina Bay LLC and Bizzuto Management Company.
We had black mold over here that they recently had to do from the exterior. Our entire wall was taken out.
The suit claims that by the fall of 2020, defendants and their agents learned that microbial mold growth caused by water intrusion throughout the buildings had been discovered. In a response to the tenants' lawsuit, Marina Bay admits the allegations. Even so, tenants claim Marina Bay continued to market and lease apartments to tenants without disclosing these health and safety hazards.
They never told us it was mold. They never told us it was leaks in the building. We had no idea.
The Quincy Health Department has filed at least 1 violation against the complex for not providing safe living conditions due to cracked walls and mold in 1 unit.
The more and more testing we've done, the more and more that we've seen the mold.
Mayor Marina Bay tells 7 Investigates they conduct visual inspections and indoor air tests. Based on everything observed, there are no widespread mold issues in the buildings that pose a risk to indoor air quality. They also tell us that they have a comprehensive plan to address the issues and have been updating residents regularly about each phase of the project.
And they're continuing to bring people in here while we're still suffering.
Residents tell me that when they've thought about breaking their lease due to all these disturbances, they say the costs are so high that they feel they have no choice but to just stick it out. They hope that when this construction is over, the problems will be gone, but they tell me they're not convinced. For 7 Investigates, I'm Dave Puglisi.
Residents at an apartment complex left frustrated, feeling really like they have nowhere to go after claiming there's mold and structure issues to fix inside their homes.
They reached out to 8 News Now asking for help. 8 News Now reporter Victoria Saha with the conditions these residents are living in.
Residents at Bella Estates tell us they don't feel safe living here as there's still some damage left from the flooding we had earlier this month. and they believe management isn't working as hard as they should be to fix the issues.
My children have lost everything.
That was how Melissa Sparling's apartment looked right before she and her family were evacuated.
The whole structure was collapsing.
Management put Sparling's family at their sister property while her apartment was getting repaired.
We were under the impression that our apartment was going to be done correctly.
So she thought. A few days later, Sparling received a notice saying she could move back in. But when she went to check her place out, it was in no condition for anyone to live in. She found damaged ceilings and black mold. Sparling shared this video of her husband asking maintenance about the mold. In Spanish, you hear one of them saying, "I understand we are painting it."
My family doesn't matter to them.
While at Bella Estates, several other residents echoing the same concerns.
And I'm afraid that I might even be inhaling it already.
Are you here for the slumlords? That was Kay McNear. She also wanted her story out there.
It's smelling of mildew.
Not only is McNear worried about the mold, this is what her closet looks like.
Actually fix things to actually help the tenants when they need the help.
After sending management an email, I went to their office.
We didn't get an email at all.
Is mold an issue? Have you had complaints coming in?
No, we don't want to make a comment because we don't even know we have to go through corporate.
They gave me an email address, and it was the same email address I sent my questions to Thursday morning.
I don't know what I'm going to do from this week to the next.
Meanwhile, as we wait for answers, residents feel helpless. Victoria Saha, 8 News Now.
Now, in Nevada, mold is considered a non-essential issue, but that doesn't mean landlords aren't supposed to fix it. The health district gives landlords 14 days to fix the mold. If they don't, then a tenant can begin legal proceedings.
Tonight, we continue our coverage on the ongoing problems at Velma Jeter Manor Apartments in Orange. Nearly 2 weeks ago, a woman showed us the water damage and mold inside her unit. The apartment complex previously told 12 News those issues did not exist. Well, now the city of Orange is stepping in and has said there's a big problem there. 12 News reporter Kayla Chote spoke with the city officials about what they saw during a recent investigation. Kayla.
Brenda, when you walk inside of P.C. Adams' home at Velma Jeter Manor in Orange, you're greeted by an overwhelming smell of mold. She says it's a public health concern and she's worried about her health and the safety of her young kids.
The whole floor is still full of water, and the whole thing it's like it's going to end up falling in.
When we first met Patizzi Adams, she said she had trouble getting the maintenance crews from Velma Jeter Manor to clean the mold and fix water leaks in her unit.
I've been chasing them down, going down the road for 3 and 4 weeks, telling her, is you going to send somebody to fix the leak or what?
At the time, the company who owns the complex in Orange, ITEX, sent a statement to 12 News. It read in part, upon receiving the complaint, we engaged Service Master to investigate. While no mold was found, moisture from a leak was detected. Consequently, we arranged for plumbers to fix the leak and for Service Master to place fans to address the moisture. The city of Orange has now gotten involved.
And they actually cut a hole up in the ceiling, and that's when we actually saw the mold spores.
City officials say they should have been notified earlier.
If in fact they've got someone to go and do a test, they should provide that test to us. At the same time, they should come in and get a permit in order to do the work.
Adams didn't know that. She just reached out to the city of Orange for a second opinion.
Because everybody that was coming in here was pointing out mold to me, like up there in my wall. And I said, okay, I'll just contact Orange County and see what they say about it.
According to the city's report, the inspector also found mold spores in the joist, meaning mold has gotten into the foundation of the building.
In this case, we need to make sure that all that mildew and mold is cleaned up. Some of the direction was for them to take out the entire ceiling, not just cut a hole.
Adams is now facing another problem.
Instead, she retaliated against me. Like the next day after the news people left, she gave me those 2 lease violations.
One violation reads, failure to let plumbers do their job to fix and find the leak by screaming at them when they were trying to do their job. Adams told 12 News she never did that.
I have never had a lease violation, ever.
Although some work has been done, Adams says a lot of the mold is still there. ITEX did not respond to our request for comment on the work being done on Adams' unit. Adams also said she also hopes she doesn't get another leasing violation after today's story. In studio, Kayla Shote, 12 News.
All right, Kayla, thank you. 12 News also took some time to research the state law to see what your rights are as a renter. According to Texas State Law Library, landlords are prohibited from, quote, retaliating against a tenant for exercising a right given to them by law or by the lease. These rights might include requesting repairs, complaining to a governmental agency about building, housing code, or utility problems, or participating in a tenant organization. To watch our previous story, you can head to 12newsnow.com.